Right, and we do the adjustment. We get all right. That's my mirror. Sun is shining brightly. I can see fuck all on the screen, but let's see where we go. Right, good morning, everybody. That's better. I might see some comments now. More. I thought it'd be much colder today, like from last night, but it's much better this morning. And let me have a sip of my coffee, which is going cold. And right, let the comments come through so I know you're here. There is no weathers this morning because they had to use, according to them, the dal. They were making dal gauze for a big customer, big order, so they used up all the dal to make the weather. So I've got chili bites this morning, and aloo para, I don't know, there's aloo something, like fucking other chili bites things, yeah. Anyway, that's not the biggest thing. Good morning, Claudine. Good morning, everybody. How was your sleepover? Hey, by the way, Jackie, I went live again. What was it? I don't know what time. What time did I go live again? Reading the book. You were fucking sleeping, Jackie. I'm having some chili bites. Chili bites. Not very hot. No chilies. I didn't have a sleepover, by the way. Marianne van den Berg, good morning. Mora. Hey, Casey, you're a cool guy. I'm a cool guy, Leslie, thank you. For a guy to say that, actually. Or Leslie is a female name, I don't know. Leslie is one of those names, like, it's either a male or a female. So we never know, so don't blame me. Mary Ann van den Berg. Hoe gaan het, Mary Ann? Tasha Lacham, good morning. Neil Naidu, Mervyn Pillay, good morning. Sarshan Durand, morning. Jackie says, I was a sleepover. What they are talking about, by the way, is I was doing my live video from, we are so engrossed with this book this morning. It was late. The bites are hot to have the bubbles. Actually, strangely, so this guy texts me this morning. He says, it's the most he's drank in a while. But here's a strange thing for me. I'm not bubble off. So I'm also a bit hungry. So, but the chili bat's not doing it for me. The weather, I missed the weather. So the feed is morning. There's no weather there this morning. They used up all the dal. Top of the morning to Mika Marino. They are staying positive in South Africa. Well, we're trying to be negative but staying positive. You understand what I'm saying? Okay, let me talk about last night. Good morning, Loshni. I drank quite a bit, but I didn't get bablas. And if you know, if you watch my live video from after that, I don't know what fucking time it was. I left after 12 or 1 or something like that. I can't fucking remember that either. Not that I was drunk, I wasn't. And if you watch my video of the book, I'm talking about the chats with, I can't get the name. I was quite coherent in my speech. Tell me I wasn't Kritika and everybody was watching that. I was quite coherent in my speech. I didn't sound drunk. By the way, I played that guy snooker with fucking dark glasses and inebriated, and I put a couple of balls. Something is flying around. And I put a couple of balls. Can you believe that? I have fucking dark glasses and I can't play pool or billiards or whatever the fuck that is. But I did well. But anyway, that's another story. Did I do the book at 10:35? No, must be later than that. Glimpses of Rural Chatswood, yep. The potato looks divine. I like the crunch. Oh, you can hear the crunch. Ooh, this thing is looking like, yeah, the potato one. This one. Yeah, this one is looking. You've got the crunch, but it's not hot enough. I needed more chilies, especially for this morning. Yeah, Jackie says, that's right, that sounded normal. But here's the thing, Jackie. I'll tell you what happened, right? And I don't know how I missed that, but anyway. So if you remember, I was sitting at the table originally, and Yogun was bringing me my drinks. And then when he was playing the music, I went up to the bar, and you guys know I went up to the bar, and I poured my own drink, right? I was drinking brandy with him. I was drinking brandy and ginger ale. It was going on very nice. So he had this tot glass there. Tot glass was dead iron. So I put the drink in, and I poured the shot, and I drank it. And then I poured another shot, and then I drank it. Then later on in the evening, the last shot I was having, he was standing at the bar by me while I poured my drink. He watched me pour the drink, and then he says, so I put in a shot and I put in another shot. Every time I did that, I put in a shot, I put in another shot. Double. So I'm having double brandy. So 3 times I did that. On the 3rd time, he was standing there and he says to me, he laughs and he says, do you know you're having 4 shots? I said, what? So that 3rd glass was a double. So I was putting 2 doubles into the glass and 3/4 for lemonade or ginger ale. So I drank 3 shots of 2 doubles, 4s. The first one he poured, which was a double. Then after that, I had 3 doubles. 4 shots. I had 3 of them. How's that? I saw the clip. Interesting book. I must get. Found him to be a little. Essay. Found him to be a little. Or P.I. Devon you're talking about. P.I. TJ. You got TJ. You mean TP? You're talking about TP Pillai. Yeah, TP Pillai. TP Naidu, sorry. Oh, yeah, TP Naidu. You corrected it. TP Naidu. Yeah. Well, but like all people, even with me, people will agree with what I say, and people don't agree because I got my own view. Like I might do something very good in one case, and I might be a bit fucked up in something else. It's just human nature. You can't find people who are perfect in what they do. So even if people who follow me would like what I do, and then suddenly hey, I don't like what he does. I don't like the way he tackles religion. I don't like the way he tackles Christianity. I don't like the way he does that. That's what makes him controversial. So nonetheless, TP Naidu's contribution to the Indian community can't be denied and can't be forgotten and shouldn't be forgotten and shouldn't be ignored, shall I say. Good morning, everybody. How's it? Good morning, everybody. So yeah, so I had first time in my life, but I didn't feel it at all for some reason. There's no bablas. And yeah, I'm just feeling good. Couldn't wake up a bit, but I was tired because I slept late. But yeah, anyway, so this morning I'm busy. I'm gonna go to the courier. The guys bought my merchandise. I've got my beanies, I've got my hoodies, I've got the key rings, I've got the mugs, I've got the t-shirts, everything in stock for Father's Day next week. By the way, guys have placed the orders. I've got the orders in the car. You're going to courier it one's going to PE, Cape Town, Durban, even here in Joburg, Pietermaritzburg. Stuff is being couriered for Father's Day next week. Too bad. Good morning. What's happening on a beautiful Saturday? It is a beautiful Saturday actually. The sun is shining, nothing much. We'll see where the conversation takes us this morning. Nothing too hectic to chat about. Don't want to be too hectic this morning, but sometimes it fucking ends up that way. We just end up chatting whatever and we end up in that direction there. Ashina Jagdio, good morning. I see you. Imran Omo Khan. Hey Imran Omo, are you good and clean and fresh? What's the story, Omo? Omo. What's Omo for? Not homo now. What's Omo for? Omo. Calvin, good morning. Sanjay Maraj. Marilyn Besessa says, what you eating? Vedis. Not Vedis. Potato bhajia. Tasha says, you're making me hungry. I'm sitting in the office. Tasha. Sorry, darling. Tasha, you want a piece of this? This. Beautiful. Yeah. Anyway. I smart your jackets. Well, you can get one of these jackets if you WhatsApp my team. And we can, I've got some, my hoodies came yesterday, and my beanies came the other day, so now I have all the stock ready to send out. So 073-767-5836, I fucking know the number, 073-767-5836, 073-767-5836, 073-767-5836, that's the number. Kritika will put it up, or somebody from the group will put it up. Jürgen says, how's it, mother? How's it, Jürgen? Brandy is good for the cold. Yes, I wanted to drink brandy last night and I chose to drink brandy. I was gonna have brandy and Coke, and Yogan says to me, "Dude, you gotta try brandy with ginger ale." Yogan is fucking mother. And after the first drink, I stuck to brandy and ginger ale. It was awesome. Finish. Sieben, where the Bajjas and watching Bajjas and coffee here. Linda Barnum says, Father's Day we must still cook like Mother's Day. Linda, that's what you fucking should do. Linda, what's with this feminist thing that you want to get away? Men are the hunters, women are the gatherers, women hunter-gatherers. Women must fucking stay at home and do that. Don't get away from the cooking story. It's how we start to change the status quo. We had this discussion the other day about women abuse and all of that. Citizens calling for responsible decisions to be made by Canada government about changing the street names and taking down statues regarding Floyd. Racism issue. What's your take on the racism issue, Mika Merino? Before you say that, people have come out, and by the way, Candace Owen, the lady who was speaking out, an activist, what's your thoughts on it? We were supposed to discuss that the other day. And Trump is being demonized. By the way, also guys, we must, there are some people who are posting stuff like they know it all. Like if you are for Trump, you're a cunt. If you are not with anti-racism, if you're not with George Floyd, then you're another cunt. And let's talk about that. Come on. I got time. Let's fucking tackle this Floyd and fucking all lives matter, Black Lives Matter. Let's fucking tackle this. Come on. I got fucking time this morning. I got about half an hour, 20 minutes. Let's talk all lives matter, Black Lives Matter. Let's talk Donald Trump. Let's talk the USA. Because we can't talk about things in our country. Fuck all happens here. We can talk, if the EFF can talk about that, let's talk about it. Let's talk about Donald Trump. Let's talk about this issue. Let me drive the conversation. Candace Owen supports Donald Trump. The figures show Donald Trump cares more about the African American than Barack Obama does. Let's discuss this and you tear it apart. And I said this on my feed the other day. People are shutting down people who are talking pro-Trump or talking bullshit story about this. Why would black people come? And have you seen the videos? I've seen numerous videos about black people coming out and saying, calling it bullshit, calling George Floyd, he's not a martyr. George Floyd was a common criminal. Nobody is denying what the police officer did to him was barbaric and he should be punished, which is what is happening. But as I said in my feed about 2 or 3 days ago, I was asking the question, where was all this racism and this bad things that were happening? Where was all of this? Is it all that it's trumped up to be, or is it fucking just news put in our face? Let's have that discussion. Come on. Violence removed from the message. There we go. But Mika Merino, what is the message? That's the other thing. What is the message? What was the message? What continues to be the message? What do they want? The thing is, what do they want? Sershan Duran Naidu, people will fucking massacre you on Facebook if you come up with all lives matter, because the diehard fanatics don't want to fucking hear that all lives matter. I am particularly following one lady. She's quite smart, intelligent, but she's got her head so deep in this thing that she's a Trump hater. And she doesn't want to hear anything. Candace Owen gets lambasted for being white and whatever. All lives matter. Okay, let's tackle while we tackle in the what? Let's tackle this while we tackle in the water. Fishing or fishing. Yegan says all lives matters. Omar says dynamite. No, let's hear your view. So the narrative is coming out now from black people saying this is bullshit, and there are stats out to say. And this Candace Owen stats read something like this. I was going to play it on my live feed the other day. I was going to do snippets of it. Candace Owen said that more white men have been killed. I think the number was 19 versus 9 in terms of black people. 19 versus 9. I must admit, my thing, and I mentioned this the other days, where was all this fuck? If it was systemic and endemic and carrying on, shouldn't we have seen numerous issues of this happening, of the police brutality and whatever? But strangely enough, now you see only these sort of things. Do you not think the media is playing with us? The media is feeding us a narrative. Do you not think that Christians is definitely racism it's definitely racism that's being put to us? Why can't it just be a police? Well, there you go. I was saying that. Session says, fuck them. Yep, exactly. But what I'm saying is they exist on social media. And Candace Owen went on to say, one of the biggest things of George Floyd ended at an armed robbery, put a gun to a lady's head and went off, and he's a common criminal. But George Floyd is being made a martyr. And he was a common criminal. When I started to say that a couple of days ago on my feed, I asked So about 3 weeks back, was it 2 weeks back when I started, I went on someone's post and said, but do we know who George Floyd is? And what did he do? They came fucking coming after me. Oh, what sort of a comment is that? It doesn't really matter what he is. Yes, it fucking matters to some extent. Doesn't justify the end. So agree with me. So let's streamline it. Does it matter what he was? And I use the example of saying, you're a bad person in the wrong place at the wrong time. You got caught. For example, I use the example of if I travel into, let's say, a dangerous township. I don't want to say a black township. Let's say I travel into a dangerous zone, hijacking zone. At 11:30 at night, I'm coming back from last night from drinking, and I get hijacked. I sort of put myself in that position. So then we talk about the high crime rate in this country, and black people are hijacking, hijackers are here, police are not available, there's no security for the public. But did I not put myself in that position as well, knowing full well that that is a hotspot for? That's why I'm saying I need to take accountability as well. I was irresponsible as a citizen to be traveling at 11:30 in the night, inebriated, stopping at a red robo in a hotspot for hijacking. That's my case. Good morning. Ritesh says, for a short, media is definitely preying on the stupidity of people. That's the thing. We are so manipulated. People don't even realize, even Facebook, even social media, if you get 10 videos showing you police brutality, you start to believe police brutality because they showed you 10 videos. Some could be from now, some could be from 2 years back, some could be 5 years back. But all you see is police brutality, police brutality, police brutality. That's what you see. The media manipulates and plays with you in terms of, by the way, each station, each media organization, each platform has its own agenda as to what they want to put forward to you to change your mindset. You guys need to have that here to understand it. They don't believe everything. Message is racism exists globally. I saw the movie Gandhi a few times, and again last night. That's protest, effective non-violence. So why can't it be? And that is what Candace Owen was saying. By the way, I didn't even see that clip. Apart from the other businesses that were damaged and destroyed in the protest, there was a guy who was killed. A sheriff was murdered, was killed. We call it murder. He was murdered. He was killed by this marauding flock of looters and protesters and violence seekers, fucking retards, I'm going to call it. They killed. So people died in the name of George Floyd. Businesses will never recover. They'll shut down in the name of George Floyd. That is how we advance non-racism. Racism always been there, just not visible to the blind eye, says Kuglan. Agree with you. Mika Merin says you have moments that's backed by you have momentum that's backed by younger generation of whites lost with violence instead of being capitalized in. Yep, I think they missed the fucking plot there. Farhana Friedrich says all lives matter. People don't want to hear that, Farhana. All lives matter. Nobody wants to hear that. People don't want to hear that. Apparently you can't put that on Facebook. You'll be branded. You can't put all lives matter. Look at some people who are fanatical about this. The moment you put all lives matter, it fucking gets distorted. You label a cunt. Firstly, I want to know how does impact South Africa. We have our own racism issue. Well, it's a global issue, so we need to talk about global issues. It makes us relevant. It makes the EFF relevant. Go down on one knee, take your breath, your last breath, take your 8 minutes, your 8.5 minutes in respect of George Floyd, because it's current, because you got to be trending. Collins Kosana, he's not trending. He's not the biggest topic in the world. Pit toilets in schools is not the biggest topic in the world. People falling into pit toilet dying, not the biggest topic in the world. It's not relevant. People dying at the moment, farm murders, and it's all made up stories, bullshit. Number of farm people died is irrelevant. It's a statistic, nothing to do with that. But we need to talk about George Floyd in America. We need to show solidarity with that. But 26 years later, our schools and our townships don't have water and sanitation. But that's not the biggest topic. Black lives don't fucking matter there. Can we not talk about that? No, we can't. Agree, I think the issue is that police react the same way to innocent black SA as well. So the was irrelevant of whether he was criminal or not. Farana says, why can't we say all matters? That's bias. Yep, it is bias. Like I was saying the other day, racism won't end soon. because races want to be superior and each field is better. I also believe the same thing about racism won't end. If a dog sees you, does he bite you because you're black or white, or does he just bite you because it's his nature? Kugler, that's another fucking different story, because in Chatsworth, the dogs used to fucking only bark at the black people. I don't know why. Dude, I'm gonna say this. And I'm not saying it because I want to be I'm saying, but you see, now I put my foot in something and I go into something. Dogs in Chatsworth back in the day were fucking racist. Maybe because they never used to see black people often. Let me give you. Tell me I'm wrong here. Yeah? The dogs used to bark at black people. Maybe they were barked at white people as well if they were there. And because they were not seen. Now, township mentality is we only see our own kind. And we don't see others. So black people walking on the road, the dogs will fucking go mental. Because they were hardly seen. By the way, coming from a township back in the day, in the days of apartheid, black people were not even allowed to walk in the township of Chatsworth. I can tell you that. Okay, going for a funeral for my neighbor. Passed on. Catch you later. Sorry, let's go. See you later. Why can't we all talk about our humanitarian George issue and have been going on before George Floyd? I agree, Carol. People become opportunists and old videos, social media. Yeah, people just share shit. True that Chatsworth dogs. That's a true story. Am I allowed to say that? As I'm saying it, I'm thinking, fuck, if I say this, it'll sound like a very racist thing to say. True story, Chatsworth dogs. Kyle Razil says, Chatsworth dogs are still racist. And he fucking got a wit sticky. So if you take your white fro and go, there's a dog bark at here, then it'll be even more fucking racist, Kyle. If you take your wit fro and ride to fucking Chatsworth, will the dog bark at her as well? If it doesn't bark at her, then they're really fucking racist. But isn't that a fucking reality? It happened. I lived it. I experienced it. The dogs would bark at black people. So trying to figure out, the dog is not racist. The dog, if you try to analyze it, the dogs did not see black people often. Very seldom walking on the street. So they found them to be strange, out of character, not belonging to the place, that sort of thing. So I don't know. Let's leave it there. We need to understand Donald Trump. And if we really want to know stuff, and I didn't have enough time to research it, what has Donald Trump done for America economically? What has Donald Trump done for the black population? Is he promoting racism? Is he a racist? As he has racist policies, how come black people are supporting Donald Trump? Are they cunts? Because that's what they make them out to be. Anybody who comes out in favor of Donald Trump is a cunt. Doesn't know fucking anything. Other people will tell you what Donald Trump is doing. Do you not think there's an agenda for Donald Trump not to win the election? Which I think is going to win, by the way. All my dogs will be flying. Pammy, at least I got a comment out of you, Haridas. Pammy, Governor Haridas. Pammy, you went and married a Bredo. Fuck off. I hope he's fucking rich, Pammy. You love the fucking South Indians and you went for Haridas. I hope he's fucking rich. There's a lovely BMW coming here. Old school one. 5 Series. Looking neat. They bark at her also. Kyle Razil says the dogs bark at his wet fro as well. Alright, so they're not fucking racist. They're not only racist against blacks, they're racist against any race they don't know. So let's discuss Donald Trump. Give me your comments on Donald Trump. Okay, let's go there. Let's ask you, guys, pro-Trump or anti-Trump? Morning, sir. Good. They're probably next, down the road. Go straight more down. On the main road, yeah. And then just carry on the fence, you might see them there. Morning. Good.
Straight down past the shopping center.
No, just down the fence. Follow the fence, you'll see the signs, I think.
Okay,
On Sidaya. Turn right there, Lombardi.
Okay.
Back in there also. Sorry, I won't be long. Sure. Karen. And Marlon or Martin? Marlon. Oh, you look Shradni. Where the fucking Karen came from? No, let's stay with the Sharadni. Sharadni is here. Sharadni is here with Marlon. What's your real name? Suck off. No Covalent or something. Nothing. It's fucking birthday. We're gonna bring him on just now, and while I finish. Well, I'm talking about Donald Trump here. Let me not get my. Donald is a businessman. He said what's going to before get. Donald is a businessman, great man. Yeah, we're talking about Donald Trump. Give me are you pro-Trump, anti-Trump? Tell me that. Pro-Trump or anti-Trump? Let's just start there. Pro-Trump or anti-Trump? The Donald is a businessman. He said what he's going to do before got elected, and he's doing it. Correct, he got elected in that. But now he's the anti-Trump supporter saying he won the election by rigging the election. So that's the other thing is he rigged the election, that's how he won. I support his business strategy against China. There we go. So you see things like that of Donald Trump and leadership. I support what's happening in Mom, you're talking Donald Trump here. Gulam says mutton. Kogilamal says good morning. So are you pro-Trump or anti-Trump? That's what I'm asking. Answer the fucking question. Why don't you want to answer? You're scared. Must never be scared to say what you want to say. I told another lady, she says, oh, anybody posts about this or that is not in the unfriend them. I said, it's freedom of speech. You can say what you want. You can even call someone the K word is your freedom of speech, but you understand there's a law around that you'll get charged. But it's a freedom of speech. You want to say it, say it. If that's what you want to say. It is freedom of speech. So, but if you do something wrong, if you say something cock and something cunt is stupid, then against the law, then you'll be fined. Like calling the K word out in public is against the law, you will be fined, and that's it. But you still have a freedom of speech to do it. No one can stop you from doing it. And he'll rig this one too. Well, if he rigs this one too, good. Mika Marino, if I am playing a game, if I am in business, if I am whatever, and I change the field, and if my competition can't fight me, if my competition can't roll with me, then that's not my fucking problem. I'm not going to back off and let's say even Donald Trump is rigging the election. Well, he's fucking brilliant at that. And but if he did rig the election, is America better off in the last 4 years or worse off? Is America better off or worse off because he came in as president? He should only be judged on whether the country is better off or worse off. We hear Joel that Marlon says Marlon Mudley is here, Marlon and Sharadni are here. Kirshen Naidu says I don't give a crap what Trump is up to, but he's certainly doing what he feels is best for his country. Country first. He wants to make America great again. And the haters of Donald Trump don't want to see that. And now this race issue, I have never seen Donald Trump involved in a race issue. He's a bigot. He doesn't respect women. Still got elected. He's got his own shit. Look, Donald Trump seems, I'll use it like me, not like comment myself with Trump. I will say a lot of things that you like, and then I'll fucking say something befuck like you do, like, because I don't know about that thing. So I can't comment on something, and when I do comment, I look a bit idiotic. Donald Trump is the same. Donald Trump is a businessman. They elected him as a businessman. He doesn't have any other fucking moral, ethical story or whatever to be a president. And who said it takes morals and ethics to be a president? Since when? Morals and ethics and politicians don't fucking go in the same fucking place. Tell me I'm wrong. If you got morals and ethics, you can't be in politics. High moral values and ethics, you can't be in politics. You will be swallowed up. My view, you got money and you know what money talks. He's against Sleepy Joe was better off. The pre-COVID will make great again in his next term. He's against Sleepy Joe. What's a Sleepy Joe? Was better off. Or Joe Biden. He will make America great again on his next term. Well, I think he's going to get a next term. That's my... by the way, Lian Manas, 105 years old, Lian Manas. She was interviewing somebody from America and she almost sniggered when the lady said... I found that to be offensive, by the way. The lady said, Donald Trump will win the election. She said, Donald Trump will win the next election. Like sniggered. I think Donald Trump will win the next election. And I'll tell you again, when he was running against Hillary Clinton, I thought it was a fucking joke. I thought he'll never fucking win. I thought that Hillary had this thing in the bag. I thought Hillary... Who would fucking elect Donald Trump? Really? I never thought Donald Trump would be elected. But now that he's elected, I said, fucking hell. This man's got what presidents, leaders are supposed to have. And you're going to get leaders who have X amount of stuff, leaders who can do X amount of stuff, and leaders who can't do X amount of stuff. And, they are very good in certain policies, in certain ways. And he's a proper businessman running America like a business. Politics is about money. You scratch my back, I'll scratch yours. Pro-Trump, run the country like a business. Kugelin says he's pro-Trump. I would say I'm pro-Trump, but I'm not anti-Trump. I wouldn't say I'm pro-Trump, but I'm not anti-Trump. I'm not anti his style, and I think his detractors, I think it's a big political ploy. Trump says good and bad things. He speaks his mind. People also say Cyril bought votes, all governance. Yeah, that's right, Jones, Near Singh. That is right. So let me tell you what I think about Donald Trump and his speeches from the White House when he speaks at the Rose Garden, whatever, and he speaks and he says shit. Donald Trump speaks from here. He shoots from the hip. Donald Trump speaks what's in his head. Cyril Ramaphosa reads off a fucking prepared script. When you read off a prepared script, you're not going to get fucking much wrong. And as a guy was saying yesterday on the radio, he says, when you call into a radio station, your first 60 to 90 seconds, you're very clued up. You know what you want to say. Like, let's say I'm giving my view on racism. I'll say, no, all lives matter, this, that, whatever. So I'll speak because I got a point. And he said, after 90 seconds, you've now lost your script now. Now you start to talk ad-lib. When you start to talk like that, your real character comes out. Your bad character, your real feelings and intentions come out. Donald Trump speaks from here. Cyril Ramaphosa fucking speaks without a script. With a script, sorry. Told Trump he called China and who out on their cock, and America is better in the last 4 years. Says Sonet van Zyl. Let us judge Donald Trump on the last 4 years in terms of the economy, in terms of jobs, and whatever. So black people want to say, I've got more jobs now than in Barack Obama's era. You got balls. I am on the fence. Everyone got good and bad side. Kugelin says Trump speaks his mind. He's a mother. Dolly thinks he's got a pair. Of course he's got a pair. And I think he's... Donald Trump is like a loose cannon. Meaning, I'll say it again, like almost like me when I can get myself into a lot of trouble by saying what I say. Yes, I can. I call bullshit out. I make enemies. I say it what it is. Sometimes I think back and say, maybe I shouldn't have done that because now I've burnt my bridge. But then I said, fuck it, I'm going to say it anyway. And then I lose people. I lose supporters. I lose businesses, whatever. But then there are people who love me for that. And then when I say something that they don't like, then they fucking don't like me for that. They say, Caro, we used to support you, but now you're a cunt. Support me when I said everything that you like. The moment I say something you don't like, then I'm a cunt. I'm a plank. I've been called a plank. I like that one, plank. If I'm going to be a plank, I don't want to be a batten. The batten, I want to be like a fucking naughty pine. Booyah wood, I don't know. Like redwood or something. Kritika said, with every country, the presidents are answerable to other forces. Yep, cause they pay your fucking election campaign. Those who put money in your account, you gotta fucking look after them. That is politics. Trump is not false. Says what he feels. Having said that about politics, so where we stand now is that the Concord ruling about 3 weeks ago. Wait with me, dude? No. The Concord ruling about 3 days ago says that independent candidates can now stand for election at a provincial level and a national level. So, which means previously you had to belong to a political party to be able to get into parliament. Well, the government has been given 24 months to put it right at the next election, legislative, at provincial level and at government level. People like me and you and anyone can stand for election. All you need is 40,000 votes to get into parliament. 40,000 votes. Let's discuss it. Trump is a businessman, blah blah. Mika Merino, you have to be controversial or settle for being boring. Speak your mind. There we go. Well, I settle for controversial. Not everyone speaks from script. Caro, the lady Zuma, speaks from my... Well, she speaks from her lips. The lips are moving, but we're not sure which lips you mean are moving. So now we start to look at whether, so when people kept telling me from last year or the year before, going to politics, I first was very anti it, then I started to consider it. I started wondering, can I make a difference from within? Can I get into that? Will I make a difference? Well, as a private candidate now, if it's possible, it means you don't have to toe a party line. For example, if I joined the DA, I would have to toe party line in terms of the race policy, land issue. I'll have to toe their line. If I join the ANC, I'd have to toe the party line in terms of what the party says. If I go against the party, then I'll be victimized for not towing the party line. This offers a lot of people to be able to get into politics or get into parliament and help if that's the case, and try and make things better. Right, so let's leave it there. I've got some people. Let's wish a happy birthday to Sharadani. Come, we'll give you a happy birthday. Come behind me, and I've got Sharadani and Marlin's birthday, and Marlin came to buy some merchandise, so we're going to wish him happy birthday. And you can social distance behind me, so I can see. They can come. You can come behind me and social distance, so they can fucking see you there. Right. So introduce yourselves.
Azifif, Malas, Sharadani.
Sharadani, yeah.
We came so you guys can learn how to pronounce the name properly.
Sharadani. But Karen,
Yeah.
A full name is Sharadani Karen.
Yeah.
you mean it's like one whole name or two names?
Two names.
Sharadani Karen. We'll stick with Sharadani, that's better. Fuck the Karen. Let's stick with Sharadani. And Marlin, you only got one fucking name, Marlin. It's his birthday today.
What's in Malaysian?
Yeah, his birthday today, and he turns 24, 25.
Close.
Yeah, 24 out of 19. Yeah, so it's happy birthday to him. The guy is saying good happy birthday to you. Where are you guys from?
Let's put my cap. Madrid.
Yeah, put your cap on, come on. He got his fucking game, bought a cap, he bought t-shirt, and all of that, yeah. Good morning, mother. Two lovebirds. Oh yeah, you are the lovebirds kind of guy. You're like fucking having, you're like having sex on the fucking feed, yeah.
Messing around.
Bastards. Anyone can raise the difference. Code for KC. Happy birthday, guys. Blessed. Right, David. Representing. There we go.
Told him there's a new mother in town.
She's saying there's a new mother. I don't want to know fucking place for two mothers, yeah? What if you all end up in the airport wearing the same fucking caps? They'll say, who's the real mother, yeah? Murli, happy birthday, Marlon. My name is Marlon, bro. Oh, another Murli Marlon is saying happy birthday to Marlon.
Thanks, guys.
Marlon is a fucking fish, I'm telling you that.
It's
You
not
get
a
a
fish Michael Jordan caught.
blue Marlin and black Marlin. Blue Marlin and black Marlin. Black Marlin is from Chatsworth. Blue Marlin, like Logie Naidu, he was black. He fucking ended up navy blue, and like a navy blue Marlin. Right? Not fucking shit from you guys. We will chat. Okay, next chat is Sundowners Sunday night. Hey, I'm fucking dreading the fucking Sundowners because after shooting last night, I have to shoot again Sunday night. But anyway, remember always keep it mothered. My name is KC. I'm out. Bye.